We got Jairzinho Rozenstruik here on the program. Who's going to be taking on Junior dos Santos at UFC 252. Jairzinho, how are you?
I'm good, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. Thanks for taking the time. A really exciting matchup against JDS, but obviously he's an American top team guy, just like yourself. Had you guys ever trained before, prior to this matchup?
Yeah, it is an interesting fight. It's a big opportunity. We train in the same gym. We have separate camps. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, because American Top Team's a pretty big gym, so it's probably pretty easy to separate the camps, right?
Yes, it is.
That's great to hear. Did you talk to him once the fight was booked? Have you guys spoken since the matchup was announced?
Yeah, I see him a few times in the gym. Of course, say him good luck with his camp, and let's train hard and put down a big show. And you know how it is, it's business. So yeah.
Yeah, it's just, again, it's about the matchup. It's a really good fight for both of you. So I imagine no hesitation taking this fight because you're like, look, he's a former champion, and I'm sure he's looking at you as a top fighter as well. So I imagine no hesitation taking the fight.
No, 100%. It's a big opportunity. He's a former champion, still a dangerous guy. Got a lot of skills, and yeah, I mean, if you got a big opportunity, you don't say no. You just go in there and show the best of you.
Were there any training partners that you might have worked with before that just decided to stay out of this fight just because maybe they're friends with him or anything like that? Did you have any situations like that?
It might be, but I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at my camp like I have to work, get in shape, and do what I have to do. So for me, I don't mind if someone's working with him and then work with me.
No. Okay. Yeah, you're not worried about that. That's good to hear. Let's talk about your last fight. I know things did not go your way against Francis Ngannou. What did you learn the most from that performance?
I went right away for that kill in that fight. I got caught. I think a lot of way, and I look at the fight as a lot of option, like as a coach, as a fighter, and as a fan. And yeah, I see many things. I learn a lot. Especially the moment that I got caught, why I got caught, and I mean, it's a fight. Sometimes when you lose or you win, you have to look at the fight as a total. You know, the camp, the fight, the situations, and I mean, I learned a lot. I think I'm a better fighter, mental, and I think I can make a promise. I never get caught like that again.
I don't know if this played a role in the fight, but how much did the fight getting rescheduled a couple times and having to train during COVID, did that impact your performance at all, do you feel?
I had a good camp before the whole situation, before the fight pushed back the first time, but I don't think that affect me or affect my camp, no.
Let's talk about Junior. We know what he brings to the table. He's a former champion, like I mentioned. He's got great knockout power, great boxing. How do you feel like you match up against him here?
I think both of us are two stand-up guys, striking guys. I think he got his ground game also, and for me, it's let me see. It's a good fight. He like to stand there and bang. I'm not gonna stand and bang there with him because that is not the. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna show my best side, and yeah, try to win the fight, of course. So.
No, absolutely. How much do you think it's an advantage that, I mean, he has more fights than you, but he's also taken a lot of damage over his career. Do you feel like the fact that you haven't, really taken that much damage in your career, do you feel like that's an advantage?
I don't see it as that. He's still a dangerous guy. He has his hands, he has his ground game, he has his everything. Even if he took damage in the past from his career, you have to find that spot. So unless you don't find it, you can't say you got it. So it's still a hard fight. It's not by accident he's a top guy. So, and yeah.
Very well said. Who did you get to work with as far as training partners for this camp, as far as bodies in the gym?
Right now, I work with King Mo. I work with a friend of mine, Bebe, train with us too. I work with Brother Odin. Yeah, those guys, and of course the boxing coaches and wrestling coaches. So.
What's it like getting to work with Mo? I know he's a bit of a character. Do you guys crack jokes at all, or is it all business?
He got a lot of skills. He teach me a lot, and not only for this fight. I mean, in general, he teach me a lot. He showed me a lot of things that I didn't know, and yeah, it feels good to be coached by him too.
Yeah, and Mo obviously has stepped away from the sport, but I've heard just nothing but great things from fighters that train in American Top Team about his coaching skills. How much of an impact has that had on you getting to work with him?
They get a lot of impact on me, especially the wrestling background that they had and the jiu-jitsu background that they had. My background is striking, kickboxing, and it's unnatural for me to think as a wrestler. But right now, I can tell you, man, everything is getting in, and I learn a lot in the gym, and I appreciate it too.
And you're a pretty respectful guy, soft-spoken guy. Has King Mo taught you any trash talk at all? Because that was something he was known for in his career.
Nah, he say some things to me, but not that hey, you have to say that, you know.
Yeah.
But he told me the way he's thinking, and I mean, like, yeah, okay, I understand, but that's not my style, you know.
Yeah, no, for sure. Obviously, there was some COVID-19 outbreaks at American Top Team. I imagine that didn't impact you too much because I know it's just a few people at the gym, but you guys have such a huge team, so I'm sure it wasn't that much of a factor.
No, I didn't see it, and nobody that trains with me got affected. So, and we get tested like every week. So
yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I talked to Alexei Oleinik and he said the same thing, that the testing's really strict, and so the chances of you guys getting it. I mean, how happy are you to train in an environment that they're really taking every precaution? I'm sure it kind of puts you at ease a bit.
I'm really happy that they take the restriction and they take the hard protocols that get us tested, because you don't know how, and you can get it by accident and then you spread it out in the gym, and you don't want that, and you don't want to get it, especially if you have to fight, so your fight's canceled and stuff. So for me, I'm happy that they take those restrictions.
Who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
This fight, I'm going to have my coach, Michael Bob, King Mo, and my strength coach, John.
And how do you see the fight playing out? I imagine this fight's not going to go the distance in this one.
Nah, I'm gonna push myself to the best side, and I'm right here, right now. I got something I got a statement to make, so we're gonna see which way it goes and how it goes, but I'm gonna be there fit, sharp, and make sure I wanna secure my win.
This is a heavyweight fight on a card that has the heavyweight title fight. Were you or Junior ever told that you might be a backup in case something happens in the main event, or was that not even a thing?
Not even a thing, but if that's happened, we're gonna see it. I'm always there to push, so to work, and yeah. But I hope that fan plays because those two guys really want to fight each other.
Yes, no, obviously we want to see the fight take place. Where do you feel like a win over Junior would put you? Because it always looks great on the resume getting a win over a former UFC champion.
No, I think a win over Junior put me right there. I think after this, Francis got a chance to fight for the title, and I mean, I'm going to be right there, the second guy or the third guy. So,
okay. Do you see yourself, if you go out there and win this fight, do you see a matchup with you and Curtis Blades next? Because Curtis has sort of fought everyone in the division other than yourself. Do you think that's a possibility after this fight?
Can be. There's a lot of talking about that, and yeah, we're gonna see it. I'm not running away from nobody. So, if that's the fight that's coming, we're gonna work on it and make sure it's happening.
And I guess the other fight too, like talked about before, is the Derek Lewis and Oleinik fight. It sounds like you'd fight Oleinik just because you've already fought a couple of American Top Team guys already. If he ends up winning tomorrow night, is that a fight you would consider?
Not really. I'm not looking to fight all my teammates, and it's not a fight that I'm looking for. Yeah. I mean,
but if Lewis won, do you think you'd fight him or no?
I mean, if the opportunities come represent himself, I mean, I'm always gonna be there. I'm in the top 5 or top 10, so we all gonna have to fight each other to get the title shot. And yeah, I mean, they are all big opportunities, and the thing is, you're always working to the top, and if you're there, you fight everyone.
And I imagine if you come out of this unscathed, do you want to get another fight this year or maybe two before the year's end?
100%, and yeah, I want to fight
going.
Not 2 more times this year.
Any plans to go back home after this? Because I know you live in the States right now. Do you plan to go see your family, or is it too tough with the COVID restrictions?
It's too tough, but I'm going to see what kind of steps I'm going to have to take to see my family, and I want to do that for sure, yeah.
You should talk to your manager and see if you can borrow Jorge Masvidal's private jet, see if you can go down there or something.
That would be nice. It's easy.
Yeah, exactly. That would be good. My last question, what have you been up to as far as, things outside of training? You watching any interesting TV? You said last time I think you were playing video games. What have you been up to?
I still playing video games. Lately, I'm playing the NFL game,
Oh, cool. Okay.
and I am enjoying it. I'm really getting to it. It's my first time that I bought it, and yeah, I don't go out. I just stay home after training and relax because I need it. And yeah,
Do you play with your teammates at all on NFL? I imagine it's Madden you're playing.
yeah, Madden, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
No, I never played with someone yet because I'm training. I'm kind of training
Right.
myself.
Yeah. Especially if you play King Mo, I'd imagine he'd talk a lot of trash if you guys played each other.
100%.
Yeah. You'd have to
It's
expect that.
funny. It's funny.
What team do you play in Madden?
I play the Dolphins because I'm living in Miami.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. That's good. We're really looking forward to this fight. UFC 252, really looking forward to this one. Jairzinho, appreciate the time as always. Just remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you want to thank any sponsors or give any shout-outs, the floor is yours.
No, okay, thank you, man. People can find me on social media, Instagram, Facebook, on the Jairzinho Rozenstruik Biggie Boy. And I want to thank all my sponsors, Top Notch and Noah's Ark, and yeah, my family back home, and yeah, I mean, First Round Management and my top coach, Michael Bob. So hopefully we can put down a great fight and see you guys soon.